don't know that. They're not told that at all.
Well, that's so. Let me ask you a question, and I guess because I know we've asked so many questions. You've been a phenomenal guest. And here's the question that I have: Is there, if you were to have a minute or two to wrap up what your final thoughts are, what is it that you want everyone who is hearing this show and this podcast? What do you want them to know about Narconon, and what do you want, and Scientology, whatever it might be?
Well, I would say about Narconon, if you have a drug or alcohol problem, go and talk to your doctor. If Narconon has tried to get you to go there, tell your doctor what the Narconon program is about, and get advice from your doctor, because there is many reputable rehab centers out there that are not going through controversy and being sued like Narconon is. And as far as Scientology goes, Narconon is Scientology, 100%. So if you're walking along the sidewalk and somebody offers you a free personality test, don't take it, because it's just the worm on the hook to pull you up out of the water and die.
So that's how they do it.
And I'm not talking just die physically. I'm talking psychologically.
Wow. All right. So, folks, you heard it here. David Love, who was very involved in Narconon, not only was he a patient, he was also an employee, and he's telling you, don't take the personality test, don't drink the Kool-Aid, because if you do, then according to him and his experience, it is just it is nightmarish. And Bobby, do you have anything else?
Well, we could probably come up with hours and hours of more questions.
Yes, we could. We'll have to have another moment, maybe a few months from now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to thank you for coming on, David. It's been a very enlightening interview, and this is going to go up on the podcast. James will have it up in a day or two.
We have a caller.
I hope we can have you on again.
Okay, area code 619. You were calling, but it hung up. So call back in, because we're getting ready to log off, Mr. Love. So it was area code 619. If you want to call in, you need to call in right now. There's like a 30-second delay. So this is your last opportunity to speak to David Love. And why? Oh, there it is right here. Good. So hang out, everybody, if you would. Area code 619. You're live on the air. Who's calling?
Oh, hi. This is Barb.
Oh, hello, sweetheart. How you doing?
Real good. Oh, darn, there that is. Let me turn this down. Talking about the free personality test, that is one of the hooks, but about 10 years ago, people caught on to the fact that the free personality test was bunk. So now what they're doing is dragging the e-meters out into public and giving free stress tests.
Oh.
In public places, and they even have a patter card that they work from. I think David Love's got I think I showed you that YouTube video I did on the free stress test, David.
Excuse me, yes.
But, yeah, this is the new thing they're doing. You'll see them at street fairs, county fairs.
Yeah, they'll put you on the the e-meter to take this stress test, and technically it's illegal.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
So they're giving you a stress test, and they don't, and there's no medical. Well,
they put you on a lie detector.
It's an e-meter, yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, the whole thing is a setup to sell you Dianetics.
Absolutely,
Wow.
That's right. You're right, Barb. Yep. And I think a formal complaint was just filed this week with the federal government of the United States.
That's right. And if Sparrow prevails in that, I'm going to find out exactly who he contacted and do that here.
All right.
They're going to set up in the Del Mar Fair. It's like the county fair. Millions of people visit this thing.
Wow.
And they set up a triple wide right in the smack in the middle where all the traffic has to pass by.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Well, Barb, thank you so much.
With the e-meters.
Yeah. So stay away from
the e-meter stress test. Yeah. The e-meter is the electrical a machine that measures your stress, and that's what they use for the security checks.
All right, Barb, thank you so much for calling.
All righty, watch out for the stress test.
All right, thank you.
That's right.
All right, bye-bye.
Good point. Good point, Barb. Good point.
That is a great point. And we actually have another caller live on the air, but it's an unknown origin. So, okay, you're live on the air. Who's calling, please?
Hi, it's Katie.
Hi, Katie. How are you?
How are you doing?
Good.
Hi, Katie.
Good. You have a question for our guest?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention a few of the other different front groups that people could be aware of them and steer clear.
Good idea.
Different front groups. Criminon, CCHR, which stands for Citizens Commission on Human Rights, which is sort of the furthest thing from that is very anti any kind of psychiatric help.
That's right.
Youth for Human Rights, which is another way of sucking children into the cult.
Wow.
That's right.
Drug-free marshals. All these very nice sounding things, which are really not very nice ultimately at all. Let's see, what else? What else didn't I mention? Because there's so many of them.
Wise.
Yeah. World Literacy Crusade, which is something out of California, which people should be aware of.
And
which they were managing to suck in members of the Nation of Islam. That's a whole other story.
So all these organizations, are all these little things that you're mentioning are part of Scientology?
Yeah.
Yep.
Scientology realizes that their name is a little bit toxic. So
Yeah.
one of the ways that they try and suck in more people is by sort of doing these stealth things that on the face of it don't appear to be Scientology, but are very Scientology-based and run. Run by all by Scientologists. Yes.
Katie, how much money are we talking about overall? I mean, we're talking about billions of dollars then, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Billions.
Wow.
Well, I mean, that their pockets run very, very deep. So when you're talking about influence, money, who they can get to, you're talking about a whole lot of power there.
Amazing.
Yeah, a
But
whole lot of.
it's obviously been a whole lot less since people have been talking.
All right, Katie. Well, thank you
That's
so much
right.
for calling. We really appreciate you calling and giving us that information.
Oh, sure. No problem.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye. Some great calls. Great calls. We really appreciate these phenomenal calls, and we appreciate everybody calling in and giving us your information, your experience. And, David, before we go, I have to ask, where can people reach you?
Just Google David Love Ireland, and you can go to my website. All my videos that I produced are there, and all the newspaper articles and TV shows that I was on are on there. David Love Ireland.
David Love Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, David, it has been a phenomenal show, and I want to thank you for coming on the Sacred Division, and I want to thank Bobby for getting you on, because this has been just really remarkable.
It's my
well,
pleasure.
we like to get on the people that the audience wants to hear, James, and I'm sure that they were entertained and informed by tonight's guest.
Yep. All right, David, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, and have a very good
Thank you,
evening.
David.
All right, you
Thank
too.
you for
Bye-bye
coming
now.
on.
Bye-bye. Boy, what a tremendous show.